Hi, this is a toilet. You probably already know that. This is the style with a tank on it. This tank is probably costing you money. Not always, but most of the time. The filler in here is filling the bowl too much, and that water and money are going down the drain. And I'll show you how that's happening. There's a little trick you can use, or there's an item you can buy to help you to get the right flow, that when this tank stops filling, this bowl is filled to the exact right height. So, without any more babbling, I'll get to it and show you how that's done. The first thing you do is you take a piece of tape like this. You take a marker like that and you put a little arrow on it right at the very end. Then you go over to your toilet. And so, after you've flushed your toilet and let it set for a little while, maybe at least 2 minutes, you take a little tissue and you dry off the side where you're going to put that little piece of tape that I had you make with the arrow on it. Just dry it off a little bit. If you got good sticky tape, it doesn't have to be super dry. Now, you take this piece of tape. It's a little wet right there yet, so I don't want the tape to float away. And you line that arrow up with the height of your bowl, the water in the bowl. With that good sticky tape up here, it's really dry, so it's not going to go anywhere. So when you flush it, that level comes up and meets that little piece of tape right there where your red arrow is. It should stop filling, because if it continues to fill after it reaches that piece of tape, that water is just going out, and that's not a good thing. Inside of the tank there's a valve, and that lets the water in to a certain height. This little green thing right there has a little lever on it that you can adjust, that adjusts the amount of flow going into the tank, into the bowl, while the tank is filling. Now you want to be able to adjust that, because sometimes the tank will be filling and that bowl is already full and letting water out. Here's just a little bit of anatomy of a toilet. That bowl fills to a certain level. It only will fill to this level right here in that bowl, because what happens is anything more than that goes out down here into the sewer. And that's why it's really important to have that level right there. And how you get that level to stop at the same time that your tank fills stops is by this little special valve that's on this particular model of a fill valve. Now, what model is that? I'm not trying to sell you anything here, but it's HydroClean Easy is what it's called. That I took the top off so you could see that little green flow control valve. If I go that way or counterclockwise with it, it slows down the flow, and if I go down with it or clockwise, it speeds up the flow. It's pretty sensitive, but I got it to right exactly where it's supposed to stop at the same time that tank stops filling. And it's a 1.6 gallon per flush, and if I don't have it set to stop filling this bowl at the same time this tank stops, then I'm using more than 1.6 gallons per flush. I'm actually using, I'm not sure how much, it depends on how long your toilet flows after it reaches this mark. What you can notice as soon as you put that tape on yours and flush it, watch how high up it goes on this piece of tape past where you had it marked, where it's not going to be able to hold any more than that. My toilet will not hold any more water than that because it's at a level right there that coincides with where it's going to leak out, because there's water right now all the way up to right there. So that's the anatomy of a toilet. All the way up to that point right there is where that water level is. And any more than that, it will not hold in this bowl, and it's going out into the sewer, and that's wasting money. So if you don't understand, leave a comment and I'll try to clear it up for you. But it's a pretty simple fix. You either buy one of these valves, and I'm not trying to sell you anything, I just happened to see that valve at a big box home store, home center, and but previous to that, years and years ago, I noticed that was happening. I don't know if anybody else had, but I used something similar, well, exactly like this, only it's different. I had to cut this one off because this one actually, I'll show you how this goes. It's a flow control valve for an aquarium. And what I had done to be able to stop it from flowing, I had put it in there, put that tube in there, and then I could adjust the rate flow with this right there. One-handed it's hard to do, but I could adjust it. I did cut a little bit of this off so it could have greater flow, and a little bit of this one too. I think it gave it a little bit bigger, more flow, but I could adjust it just as easily as I could adjust that one. The reason I got a new valve is because I had seen it and it was only like $11, and thought that'll give me it'll give me a longer lasting, and I don't have to worry about it. But also on the bottom, it fills from the bottom. So what that does is if I hear a little sound that's bubbling, I'll be able to tell easier that it's filling, it's going over the edge of that, and that valve isn't shutting off. That's the reason I bought a new valve. But you can use one of these and adjust that flow of how fast or slow the water goes in. You usually have to slow it down because this tank fills up, but not before this is full. And what happens is anything extra, if that's still running, water's still running through here. Through this right here. If this tank's still filling up, water's still going through here. And it's not exactly synchronized that this fills and quits filling at the exact same time that finishes filling. It is not synchronized, and nobody really knows that. So you can save a whole bunch of money. If your toilet is running, if that's tank still filling and this is going over that, it could be up. I've seen it for some people's toilets, and I've fixed a few of them. I've seen it go for an extra 20 seconds. And if you're running extra 20 seconds of water every single flush out of that toilet, if you figure it out, if you have a big family and they flush a lot, that's a lot of money. Just give me a holler on the comments if you have any questions about how to go about doing this. Or if you're local enough, I can come over and show you how to do it, and I won't even charge you. Well, maybe for gas, or you can make me a pie or something, but it's possible to save money, and not a lot of people know about this. So good luck to you, and comment below if I'm not clear about it, because I'm sure I'm not. I know how to do it better than say it. So good luck to you, and thanks for watching this video about toilets. They're not designed you would think. We'll cut that out. Turn you over a little bit. Cut. Hi. This is a toilet.